So GCF is the greatest common factor, right? The greatest common factor. So between 32 and 8, you know, they're both divisible by 2, but maybe 4, yep. But what about a bigger number? Oh yeah, 8. So we can go ahead and pull out. Wow. It's going to take me some practice with this mouse. Just saying. So that's supposed to be, wow. So that's supposed to be an 8 that we're pulling out there. And so we're going to go ahead and pull out an 8 there. Beautiful. So we're going to divide by 8, divide by 8. That means factoring it out. And so when you do that, wow. Wow. Okay, so when you pull out an 8, I tell you what, this is going to be tricky with the mouse. Okay, 32 divided by 8 is 4. And then the x just comes down. And then minus. And then 8 divided by 8 is 1. So we get 8 times 4x minus 1. And so that's done. What about 6 goes into both of those? What about 12? I think 12 works too, no? Nice. So we'd pull out a 12 and do the same, very similar. Nice. So these problems that you have on the Canvas assignment, you'll get one or the other, but not both. But you can practice both with this video if you want. Factor in 2, well, x squared factors into x of x, of course. And then 24 does have a bunch of factors, doesn't it? So it could be 1 times 24. It could be 2 times 12. What else are factors of 24? 3. Yep, 3 times 8. There are so many. 4 times 6. And then 5 and 5 makes 25. Nope. So then you do 6 and 4. But we already did 6 and 4. So that means we can actually stop because we're repeating. Okay, so which one of these is going to give us the middle term, right? Which is 2x. So which one of these is going to give us 2x? Probably not this one. 8 minus 3 is 5. That's close. 12 minus 2 is 10. Or 12 plus 2 is 14. Ooh, what about 6 and 4? Yeah, 6 and 4 could work, right? And wow. Because 6 and 4, 6 times 4 is 24. And then remember that the sign of the middle term goes with the largest number. So that means that it's going to be a positive 6 and a negative 4, because 6 minus 4 is 2. And that's it. So you just want to list all the factors, see what goes there and there. Nice. Maybe give this one a try if you want to. What did you get? Factors of 12, 3 and 4, but that's got to equal 4. Oh, 6 and 2, that could work. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 minus 2 is 4. Nice. Okay, there we go. And then question number 3. Nice. So before we do question 3, I actually wanted to look at that first one again. I didn't really finish it, did I? So we pull out a 12, 48 divided by 12, I think, is 4. Ooh, it's got a similar factor. Look at that. 4x, and then 12, and then minus, and then 12 divided by 12 is 1. Nice. There we go. Nice. So look for that answer in there. Again, what we're working on here is Canvas. And so here's all the different problems we got going on there. And so if I try pushing, let's see, if I try pushing maybe the, let's see, save button. There we go. Hope it didn't erase all the stuff I did. That could be bad. Oh my goodness, you gotta be joking. Should not have pushed saved. Should not have pushed saved. Oh man. So basically I did a bunch of stuff, uploaded the worksheet at work and stuff like that. Never push save at home, new build. Never. So anyways, we'll come back to that later about submitting it because it's just taking a while to load. I did want to show it to you, but it's just, I don't know, it's just taking forever. For some reason my laptop is just being super duper slow. Is your Chrome tablet sometimes super slow? I know, right? It stinks, man. Come on, just want to show it to him. Probably have to cry because I did a bunch of work and then I pushed. Why did I push the save button? Do not know. Oh well. Okay, I should have pushed cancel. Okay, so anyways, we'll get this updated here in a second because it didn't do anything I just did. But at least the assignment's still there. We'll get the videos up there too. Okay, so then keep editing this quiz. Nice. Okay, so again, we just did number 1. And so look, I was given this problem. And we did it together. Do you remember what it is? So it's the 4x minus 1. Good. And then didn't we pull out a 12? Was the GCF the greatest common factor? Nice. And so then you can pull out a 4, but it's not the, and a 6, but it's not the greatest common factor. That's going to be this one. So this one factors into 12, factors into 2 and 6. But you want to have the greatest number have the positive. So it's going to be a positive 6 minus 2 is 4. Getting it? Making sense? Making sense? So we're going to do this one next. So we have x squared minus 36. So this is a special kind of factoring where there's no middle term, right? No middle term. So that means we could technically call it a 0x. Nice. So to get 0x, well, what's factors of 36? 12 and 2. 18 and 2. 12 and 3. But 6 and 6 is special. Why? Because if you do a positive and a negative 6, then when you go to combine those together, you're going to get a 0x, right? 6x minus, right, plus this one, minus 6x is 0x. And now we have no middle term. So that's definitely the right answer. So x plus 6x minus 6. You might get this one, which would be a plus or minus 8 more than likely. So then we would select the right answer. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Nice. You try some of these more difficult ones. So this one is just basically you have 2 of them, right? You've got a 25 and a 16. So wow. So the square root of 25 is just 5. And the square root of 16 is just 4. And so that's all you use. These are called perfect squares. This is called the difference of squares. So we have 5 and 5 and 4 and 4. And then x squared, of course, factors into x and x. Nice, nice. There we go. There we go. Boom. And then again, remember, it's because of the minus symbol. It's going to be a difference of squares, which our formula is minus and plus, right? Minus and plus. There we go. This one will probably be 7 and 4, right? 7x plus 4, 7x minus 4. Okay, ooh, what do you get if you get the tougher one, Nurgle? Tougher. Well, I'm probably going to have to pull out the GCF first, right? So, pull out the GCF first, then you can factor it. And it's probably still going to be a difference of squares, I'm guessing. So, for example, 98 and 32, so both are even. But I'm guessing, well, we could pull a 2 out, that's for sure. But I wonder if there's a bigger number than that, maybe. So 98 divided by 2 is 49. Okay, that's probably why it's doing that. And then 32 divided by 2 is, of course, 16. So we're going to go ahead and just pull out a 2. Both have a 2 there. Pull out a 2, pull out a 2. And then they both have an x in common, right? This is 1x here. And this technically has 3 of them, so we're just going to pull out 1 though. And so we're going to go and pull out a 2x. So when you pull out a 2x, pull out a 2x, then see what's left. So 98 divided by 2, we just figured out is 49. And then when you pull out an x, when you pull this x out of these three of them, you're going to have 2 left, aren't you? X cubed, take away an x, is x squared. Or you can think about it this way if you really want as well. So you can think about that there's 3 x's here, right? 1, 2, 3. And then there's you're going to take one of them out with this one. And so yeah, you have 2 left, x squared. Nice. We're going to do minus. 32 divided by 2 is 16. And then those x's are gone. Nice. So now we'd like to circle that as our answer, but there's technically more that we can pull out. So we're going to go and factor this special factoring more, because 49 and 16 are both the difference of squares. So the square root of 49 is 7, so 7 times 7 is 49. And then 16 factors into 4 times 4. And so, because the square root of 16 is 4, and then you're going to want a minus and a plus. So that's how you do that kind of problem, right? Nice. So there's number 5. There's number 5. Awesome. Number 6, same idea. So I think it'll be regular factoring though, right? Pull out a 2 and then factor it. Number 7. So number 7, you could probably do grouping, right? Factor by grouping. Because 18 could be 2, 9, or 3 and 6. But really, I'd probably just do a guess and check method with these. Because, 5 isn't that big, and 18 really isn't that big. So 5 only has 2 just 5. 5 times 1, and that's it. So x squared factors into x and x. And then 5 factors into 5 and 1, right? 5 and 1 factors of 5. 5 and 1. So that goes here and here, right? 5 factors of 5. X squared is 5 and 1. And then what are factors of 18? Well, it could be 2, 9 is 18. It could be 6 and 3. Or it could be 3 and 6. Or it could be 9 and 2. So there are lots of different options. This is called guessing and checking, basically. And so I'm going to try to think it through in my head. So if I maybe put a 6 here, 6 and 5 would be 30. That's too big. We need a difference of 1, right? We need a difference of only -1 because that's the middle term. And so I'm going to say, well, let's see, a difference of 1. So maybe 6 and 3, maybe no, maybe 3 and 6. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 6 is 1, no. Maybe 2. Ooh, that could work. What about if I put a 2 here? Because 2 times 5 is 10. And then you have 9 times 1 is 9. And 10 minus 9 is 1. Nice. Now 2 and 5 is going to give us the 10. But this is called guess and checking again. Guess and check. We want the bigger term to be negative, right? So 5 times 2 is 10x. Awesome. And then 9 times 1 is just 9, so 9x. There we go. But we want the bigger one, right? Because the middle term's negative. So we want the bigger number, remember, so we actually want the 10 to be negative. And then we've got it right. And so if we make -2 times 5 is -10, and then a positive 9, then we'll have -10 plus 9 is equal to -1, which is our middle term. Cracked it. We cracked it.